Right, I've got something else now. I went over to the United States of America. I go over quite a lot. I go on Concorde, right? Well, that's not funny. I do. I go on Concorde. I've got a season ticket on Concorde. Just shoot over and so on. I'll sit at the front with the driver, or whatever they're called. And I made this programme about one of the legends of rock and roll. I think there are three. I think most people are agreed. I know some of the younger people are into, you know, fun-loving criminals, Oasis, people like that. But for me, there was, and only ever will be, important rock and roll people will be Buddy Holly, Carl Perkins, Elvis Presley, and Hasil Adkins, obviously. I'm sure you're all with me on that 100%. So I made a programme about the most important of those, Hasil Adkins. And it starts off with Jim Lovett. Let Jim Lovett explain.
A lot of performers.
Just before we go any further, you know the kind of people who do. Drinking buddy of Hasil's claims he's writing his biography. You're either writing his biography or you're not. Or you're just sitting there drinking.
Play music so that the audience hears it and they applaud. They go home and they forget about the music. They forget about the concert. You know, 2 or 3 days later, you know, yeah, it was a nice concert, but they didn't hear it. Hasil plays so that when you go home, you remember it, and you remember it for a long time to come.
Okay, here's Hasil's big sister, and she's many things. She's beautiful. She's young. She's also the most incomprehensible woman in the entire world. I've watched this particular segment 40, 45 times. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. But maybe there's some of you grew up in the swamplands of Alabama, and it might make sense.
I was born in Seco, West Virginia, and Hasil Adkins is my baby brother. He started to beating on his guitar, his water bucket for a guitar. My daddy, he said, son, go out behind Chimney Corner and beat on that. So he goes to Chimney Corner and he beats and beats. That's where he practiced. And he listened to Hank Williams and Jimmy Rogers and all them legends. And he thought they were doing that themselves, which they was not, which he thought they was.
See? Got it? He watched them all and he thought they was beating on it and they're doing themselves, which they was not. So he thought they was, which they was not, which he was. Good God. Hasil actually just an ordinary guy. Funny enough, for all this hey, down, boys kind of talk, grew up in North London. Grew up in North London, grew up in the same street, funny stuff as me, and he had exactly the same kind of upbringing, exactly the same kind of childhood as I had.
He drove off a cliff at 100 miles an hour. He'd get girls in the car and back them into telephone poles and ram them and, you know, have sex in the middle of the road. Because that's what was going on.
That's life in Muswell Hill, basically. That's the way it goes. Now, the thing is about Hasil, there are two definitions. One of them is the right one of them is not. But there's a big argument. What is he? Is he one thing or is he the other?
Hasil Adkins is, depending on what your perspective is, a rockabilly hero, cult favorite, or an alcoholic pest.
Rockabilly hero or alcoholic pest? It's up to you guys. Now then, what we got? Right, well, here we go. This is some of Hasil's music. I just managed to film this, it was on his desk. These are his songs. Let me see if I remember how this one goes. Shall I do it? Shall I try and do it for you? Yeah. Right, let me see. I can't... well, I'll try. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I went out last night and I got hitched up. When I woke up this morning, seen what I had in bed with me. Pulled its head down, it jumped out of bed. Down in its eyes, looked at me like a dyed-in can of commodity meat. She said, and then I think some strings come in and some backing singers. She said, yeah, when I went out last night. It's all kind of that. It's a little bit twee, I suppose, by today's standards. It's a little bit Beverly Sisters. I think, hang on, I think we've actually got Hasil playing it. I think so. Let's have a look.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened. I went out last night, and I got hitched up. When I woke up, his body should have seen what I had to do. He jumped up out of bed, pulled his hand down his eye, looked at me like a guy in Canada that come out on your knee. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, that's obviously the other version of it. Yay! Yep, now then, where we're back. We're back with my movie that I made about Hasil Adkins movie. That's what they call films in the movie business. Or is it what they call movies in the film business? Whatever, don't matter. I'm digressing. Well, I'll tell you what we got. We've got Hasil's first ever appearance on Top of the Pops. Fantastic. Here we go.
Well, you love me. Rock and roll. Hey. Whoa.
Fantastic. Such a big hit on that. You must remember a couple of years ago, by royal command, he appeared at the Palladium in the Royal Variety Show. And we said, look, it's a Royal Variety Show, Hasil. Don't just turn up like that in the T-shirt. Make a bit of an effort. All right? You've seen Elton John. Just make a bit of an effort. And bless him, he came through. Looked beautiful and sounded, as good as he's ever sounded. Beautiful song. In fact, I think one or two of you will be welling up.
Ready? Look here, mama. I'm going away, can't you see? Look here, mama.
I remember the Queen had pissed off by now. She said, I'm not having this. I'll sit through Barrymore, but I'm not having this. No, it's just for you, a little bit more.
Go away, can't you see?
Everybody!
Yeah, I love you, mama.
Big finish, Hasil.
Lord, you know I love you so.
Just slightly dragging. That's it! That's it. Go on, son. Yes!
Yeah, yes, I love you. Hey!
Ta-da! Fantastic. Oh, Michael Jackson? I don't think so. Anyway, here he is. Now, of course, he's famous for two things: his superb stage technique and also the dance that he came out. There have been some great dances: the locomotion, the twist, the shake, the mashed potato, the woolly bully, the barefoot, but nothing quite like the hunch.
I want to explain. I get a lot of letters from fans all over the world, and they all want to know what the hunch is. Well, hunch is the dance.
Okay, go on.
I think it's the best dance they ever had.
I think it is.
Out of all the dances they ever had, I think it's the best one. And everybody seems to like it and everything, but nobody don't know what it is.
Right, so what we did was we got together for the film and we were very, very lucky to get some of the finest dancers around. We got Dee Dee off of Penn's People, she came down. Flick Colby from the original Penn's People, a couple of people from the younger generation. Unfortunately, couldn't get the leader of them because he was busy doing other things. But we got some really, really nice dancers. Oh, and the guy like Debbie from Hot Gossip. And they put on a demonstration of the hunch, which is the dance that Hasil invented.
You love me, baby, I love you. Come on, put it baby, that's what thing. Shake that thing. Shake that thing, burn that thing.
Let's take a picture of this.
I want a big one. I want a great big
Throw your partner out the door. Hey.
Shake that thing, shake that thing.
There you go. I think it'll be a big hit in the clubs. I really do. I really do. Hey, I think the Ministry of Sound have got something to look forward to there, ladies and gentlemen. Just before we go, and we do have to go because the hands of the clock are tugging at my coattails.